All right, guys, what's going on? Levi Trumbull reporting here in Frederick. We have a pretty unlikely story for you guys today, but it's a great one. You know, I don't know how often we get to bring this audience truly great stories, but I like this one. So it starts off with a woman named Sue Johnson. Have you guys heard of Sue Johnson? She is a member of the Frederick County Board of Education, and she is also a computer science professor at Frederick Community College. Well, Sue Johnson is a warrior. That's right, she is a warrior. Let me tell you what she did. This FCC professor and member of the Board of Ed, she filed an open meetings complaint against the Board of Trustees at Frederick Community College over their failure to post the public meeting agenda in a timely fashion. So as I understand it, this is a Maryland Act that we're going to read from you directly, but the Open Meetings Act requires public bodies to share agendas for their meetings, quote, as soon as practicable after the agenda has been determined, but no later than 24 hours before the meeting. Well, evidently, for a public meeting that was going to be held on Wednesday at Frederick Community College, I guess a Board of Trustees meeting, which is public, they had failed within that 24-hour time frame to post an agenda. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar what an agenda is as it relates to a public meeting, that is a document that they usually post online, or they put it in a place that can be seen, usually in government buildings, that gives the public an idea of the topics that are going to be discussed at that meeting. Well, in this case, it seems that 24 hours came and went. For this Board of Trustees meeting, this public meeting for Wednesday, that 24 hours came and went. It was within the final 17 hours, and no agenda had been posted online or made publicly available in any format. And Sue Johnson came out and said that's not okay, and as a result, she filed a complaint against FCC over what she sees as their negligence to not do that. Now, obviously, that's very important. Why is that important? Because it keeps a transparent government. You don't want to have a situation where you have the government making decisions behind, closed doors and without the public knowing what is going to be discussed. So that's a real warrior right there, and we can commend her for that. But in this complaint, and we want to read you some portions of it, she writes in this complaint that this violation, quote, erodes the great trust our community places in Frederick Community College Board of Trustees, and, quote, I would politely ask that the Board of Trustees remedy their violation and ensure that this does not happen again during their meeting tomorrow. I will just note, for the sake of FCC, that they did put out a brief comment, and they just simply wrote, quote, this oversight was unintended, and we immediately took steps to rectify the situation by sending the agenda to the news media and publicizing it on our website. But that's the story right there. Sue Johnson filed a complaint. I can't imagine anything will substantially happen over this issue unless it's a repeated occurrence, which right now I don't see there being evidence to show that that's the case, but perhaps. So with that, we'll let you know if anything substantial comes out of this, but just note that Sue Johnson, she did the right thing by filing this complaint and putting something on record. That's a real warrior right there, guys, and we appreciate that, because you don't see that a lot. A lot of times you just see, stuff like that swept up under the rug, and everyone likes to hold hands and sing Kumbaya when they get in government, you know what I mean? They get elected in these positions, and all of a sudden, it's like, they stop worrying about the little people. It's not okay. It's not okay. But Sue Johnson, she did the right thing in this situation. So we like to take note of things like that. So with that, Levi Trumbull reporting in Frederick, Maryland, and we'll catch you guys soon.